Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, kiddies. This is yours duly, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
All right, let's get into this damn thing. All right, so this week, guys, we are winding down on this bracket. Thank the Lord. We did last week round 2, and now this week we are going to rack up round 3 and round 4, and that will leave us with, I believe, the semifinals and then the finals next week. So I'm a little nervous.
Why?
Because I don't know. Like, I'm just tired of, like, it really does. Like, as much as people give a shit, it's like, it does suck voting these guys out, man. Like, it really does, having to choose. Like, it really does blow. I don't like it. Anyway. Okay, let's get this going. You know what? Let's start with the right side of the bracket, because we always been starting with the left. Let's start with the right this time.
Oh, mixing it up. All right.
Swinging around.
I'm with it.
So anyone listening right now, the videos are out on YouTube. So you better go watch these fucking videos, because they have taken me so much damn time to do. Anyone who's watched the first and the second one, there is a little style change on this for round 2. So, yeah, I'm not great with video work again, but these things are coming out pretty fucking cool. So go check those out on youtube.com/radio. If you're just listening to this before this video comes out, then you can follow along with the bracket on Twitter. Okay, first matchup is Nathan Wallace versus the Creeper.
I know I'm gonna get outvoted here.
You probably will, Kat, but I want to change my mind. I'm willing.
Okay, I will say this is not as strong as my last Nathan Wallace argument. But he has done his line of doctoring was in chemicals. I think if anyone stands a chance against the Creeper, like if any human person stands a chance against the Creeper, I think Nathan Wallace is a fair candidate. He's tough, living in the post-apocalyptic Italy. Are they in Italy? I don't even remember where the damn thing takes place anymore. I need to watch Repo again. But that aside, he, like, living in this society, it's toughened him up. We know he's an assassin. We know he's capable. He's got a variety of weapons. He's got the entirety of GeneCo backing him up. Access to all kinds of stuff. And not that he deals with monsters on a day-to-day basis, but he's got that, like, chemical background. I think he stands a pretty good chance, and I think he's determined enough to do it.
This one's tough. Because you're right, like, he is a tough sumbitch.
Yeah.
And the chemical thing is very interesting. So you're saying he might be able to concoct something to deal with the Creeper.
Yeah, he's got, like, the medical background. He focused specifically in medicines before he switched to repoing. And I think he's got a chance. He's also got access to Zydrate, which I'm not convinced couldn't just, like, knock the Creeper out. And I think if the Creeper gets knocked, because again, I don't think that I think if you try to trank gun the Creeper, you'd get fucking eaten, and that would be the end of it. But like, Zydrate is no joke. It's a powerful science fiction chemical that I think has a chance of taking the Creeper out. And I think I think the hardest part would be getting the Creeper down for a second. If he could do that, I think he could figure out how to dissect him. I think he stands a chance. I think there's a case here.
Science, chemicals, and all that aside, the Creeper beats him.
Kat, you're making me think, but we have to remember he can fly, because those are great points for Nathan Wallace, and it's It makes you think. But we're talking about a character that can fly and is so like I this has never come up in any of the other creeper. Not that it needed to. We went against Annabelle and Tiff, but he's so fucking accurate. Like he throws those
a surgical precision, you might say.
Well, I mean, I don't think Nathan Wallace is hitting him that. Like, I mean, in part 2, he was throwing that demonic ninja star from however high in the sky and just nailing his targets every time. This is a tough one.
Now, I haven't seen Repo because, musical, so, but I don't know.
Nathan's got like sleeping gases and stuff too, though. Like, and again, in a normal, this is why I was saying, I think out of any human, I think the sci-fi stuff kind of helps Nathan, because if it's just, like tear gas or whatever, I don't think it's going to affect the creeper. But I don't know. I think with like all of the stuff that he's got going on, I think he's got a chance. I really do.
I'm sorry, Kat. I can't.
All right.
I've tried. I have no dog in this fight, but I just see the creeper because I don't think he's going to stand there and, throw hands with him is my thing.
I do think realistically, and this is what I honestly, because I'm a little bit biased to Repo, even though I like Jeepers Creepers. I liked the first one quite a bit. I do think that they would probably both die. I think the wounds that Nathan would sustain in that first, because if the creeper gets anywhere close to him, he's getting hydrated and he's gonna die. But I do think the wounds that Nathan sustained in that area might also, like, it in those few seconds, that might be enough to bleed out. And I don't think that would stop him from killing the creeper on his way out. Like, I think they probably both die, honestly.
Yeah.
Realistically.
I gotta go with the creeper on this one. There was a great argument. I mean, it really made me think, but he's just so precise with his shit, man. Like, he swoop down, grab somebody, snatch him up, bring him up to the sky. All you hear is the whoosh. You
You can say he's precise. I want you to look at Nathan's stitches, and I want you to look at the creeper's stitches.
Well, I really like Nathan Wallace in this thing, too.
Yeah.
Damn. He took out the fucking, my buddy, Tom Hanniger, too.
He did.
Took him out. Damn, he had a good run, Nathan. Some bitch.
Anthony Stewart Head, I still believe in you, and I would like you to come on the podcast, please.
See you, Nate.
All right. This one, again, I don't know much about half of this, but this is Kat's no pick, or no matchup. It's Rose the Hat versus John Kramer.
Oh, that Rose the Hat wins.
What?
Yeah, she wins. He can't get out of his freaking hospital bed. He's sick and incapacitated, and she's just going to use that little jar to suck out all the scream and drink it or whatever the hell she does with it and move on.
So you guys don't think he could trap her? Because again, I don't know anything about Rose the Hat.
I'm trying really hard to come up with a case for John Kramer
I
that
think
I think would win.
I think he would have trouble trapping her because I think she's smart.
Okay.
And also, she's supernatural. She's a vampire. So even if he does get her in a trap, will it work?
What if he that's the thing that's tripping me up, because it's like he could maybe goad her into a trap. She's going to underestimate him because he doesn't have any psychic powers. She like only goes after people that have the Shining.
That is true. That is
like
true.
And he's a cancer patient. Like, she's not going to pay him any mind. I think he could maybe get her into a trap. And usually the thing is, like, if he can get them into a trap, they're gone. I'm not 100% sure that he could, like, she might survive the trap and then...
Yeah, and then she'll know.
Kill him. I feel really bad saying it. I think Rose the Hat wins.
Yeah, plus she's got the hat. Well, he doesn't have a hat.
He doesn't have a hat.
Hat beats no hat.
All right. Well, the hat moves on. Damn. Kat, how much did that suck?
That one hurt. That one hurt a lot.
Didn't bother me at all.
That hurt more than Nathan by quite a bit.
Kramer made it through 2 rounds, though.
Yeah.
Made it further than Jason fucking Voorhees.
He did. He made it further than a lot of good big names on this list. Good for him. All right. John Kramer goes down.
I'm sorry, Tobin Bell. I would still like to have you on the show.
Yeah, I think maybe I burned that bridge a long time ago.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
If we ever got Tobin Bell on the show, I would just start by a highlight reel of Rob's Saw takes. I'm like, all right, so.
It's not my fault they're not good movies. I didn't make them.
Kat, are you going to engage this week?
No, I'm not.
She came awful
I'm
close last week.
Sad. Yeah, I came awful.
I thought I was going to be able to pull you in last week, but nothing.
I'm too depressed this week. I just lost two of my favorite slashers back to back, guys.
Yeah, but you got Rose the Hat. I mean, come on.
I did get, yeah, that helps. I actually didn't expect Rose the Hat to make it this far.
I didn't either.
And honestly, I would have preferred John Kramer to move on. He doesn't win, is the thing.
Me too. And I don't even know shit about Rose the Hat. And I would have liked John to... I couldn't help on that one.
She's a sexy vampire lady. What else you need to know? She wears a hat.
All right, guys. I don't like this matchup. This is a bad one for me either way. This is my no matchup. It's Pennywise versus Candyman.
Oh.
How the fuck?
I'm gonna... I don't want a tiebreaker this one. I'm gonna come out strong on this. Candyman wins. And
yeah.
I don't think it's that close of a call. You know, it's one of those things where it's like Pennywise isn't going to want to manipulate an adult, or he's not going to want to go after an adult, and that doesn't already have the ties to dairy. He's not going to be able to manipulate Candyman because
yeah, that's what I was going to say. He uses your fear against you. Candyman's not afraid of anything, right? I mean, it's Candyman.
Yeah, there's not going to be a way to...
What's he going to do?
I don't even know who I would want in this one. I love them both so much.
Well, Candyman's a lot cooler than Pennywise.
Hey,
yeah.
I don't know about a lot.
Yeah.
They're both pretty badass. Tim Curry was the shit.
Tim Curry was good, but Candyman, probably fucking tight.
But see now, hold on. Before we just kibosh this one, what the hell is Pennywise?
He's... Oh, god damn it. I almost fell into the thing that I did with Hellraiser, where I've read the book. I have outside information. I don't remember what all made it into the miniseries and what didn't.
Well, the miniseries at the end...
He's an ancient turtle creature,
pretty much.
essentially.
Wasn't he a spider at the end of the miniseries?
Yeah, it was some kind of weird... Yeah, I think it was a spider.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't read the book, believe it or not.
You didn't want to read the 1,000-page book. They made some good calls in the miniseries, taking some of that stuff out of the book. But I
like
will say,
the kid orgy.
Like the kid orgy was exactly what I was thinking of. I'm glad I didn't have to see that in the miniseries.
You know, the more I think about this one, I'm leaning more Candyman because Pennywise is another one who will just beat his victims down mentally. That's not going to fly with Candyman at all.
It's not.
Damn it.
No, I really do think this is Candyman. I don't see a way that Pennywise can get to him.
Yeah, no. Because that whole... what he drives on to create that fear, it's just not going to happen with Candyman.
It's not.
Damn. Pennywise in that original It series was a big part in bringing me, like... I had a couple of movies that got me into horror. I think it might have solidified it for me, you know? So it's like, damn, man, Pennywise is out.
Well, this is reminiscent of when you trashed Cube in front of Cat.
Pretty much, yeah. Which was brought up on Twitter again today, so.
By Cat?
No.
No, actually.
No.
I like the idea that Cat just tweets you once a day about it.
It's just like, hey, also, Cube is great.
Hey, by the way, you piece of shit. All right. Candyman moves on. Pennywise is gone. That sucks. Okay. I'm excited about this matchup. Because I think this son of a bitchin' thing is finally gone. It is the It Follows entity versus the Djinn from Wishmaster. Who's not fucking that I know of, so.
This is a weird one.
All right.
Yeah, there's not a part of this that I really like thinking about.
No, nothing. All right, so the entity is passed on through sex,
Right.
which, as far as we know, the Jinn doesn't have.
Right.
Poor guy.
I know.
And then the Jinn grants you your wish, but then like flips it on you. But we don't know that the entity has any wants or desires.
Wouldn't its desire be for him to be spread?
I think we've just discovered the recipe for world peace, guys. The entity is like, I want everyone to be having sex so I can kill everyone. And the Jinn's like, oh, everyone will be having sex, but world peace time. And then that's problem solved. We've done it.
Yeah.
Was that really Follows' goal?
No,
I don't know that they ever went that deep in it in the movie.
Yeah, we don't get that much motivation for the entity.
Yeah, there's no real motivation given for the entity. It just is.
I would imagine it wants to be spread. That's what it wants. That's all it wants. And to kill.
That's what I would guess if I had to guess.
All right.
Which I guess I do now. I guess that's where we're at in the podcast.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
Talking about the STDs, wants and needs.
I think the Wishmaster wins. I think what it comes down to is that the entity is able to affect such because it's a weird matchup. I don't know how they would go after one another in a playing field, but what it comes down to is the Jinn has more power. And
I'm good with that. And I think that if we go along with the idea that the entity does indeed want to be spread, we're just assuming that, then it does have something that it wants so that the Jinn could then grant it and flip it on its head and destroy it.
Yeah. I think just no matter what, like whether you put them in a UFC cage or a Pokemon Stadium type thing and just let them use their powers on each other to death, I don't see the Jinn losing in this one, in this matchup.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Finally.
Although I do hate to see the entity go.
I'm so happy.
It really irritates you.
Mm-hmm.
It does mean that we can stop thinking about slashers from this point on having sex, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer.
That was something I didn't really think through when I suggested we put the entity on the bracket.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it takes something away from the show, but whatever.
Well, Tiff is out, so I'm really not interested in that anyway, so might as well be gone.
Everybody make sure you tune into my erotic slasher fan fiction podcast. It'll be...
No! Add it to the list.
Yeah.
Please don't add it to the list.
I know, right?
No, I hate it because that's the one that I'd have to know, right?
I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. Curiosity killed the cat, right?
Quite literally, in this sense, maybe. All right. So that's it for the round 3 on the right side of the bracket. We're moving over to the left side.
Left side?
Left side?
I'm drunk. I don't know what's going on.
All right, Tupac Humphrey, take it easy. This might be, well, no. This is going to be one of the matchups of the cabin director versus Ash.
Oh.
And I'll tell you what. If there was a son of a bitch on this bracket who could gauntlet style that fucking thing, would it not be Ash?
It would be.
So, hold on. Wait. I have a case.
Okay.
I want you to hear me out.
Yeah.
I want you to just listen.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to listen.
I know everyone wants Ash to win.
I got my listening face on.
Okay. I 100%, if there's a single person that can kill just everything in sight, everything that the director could throw at a person, run it full gauntlet style, it 100% would be Ash. But is Ash smart enough to know? I honestly think Ash could just self-destruct here, because there's no way Ash is giving himself over to, like, I don't think that he stops the world from ending in this one. I think by the time he realizes what he's supposed to do, everything in the facility is already dead, and then the Ancient Ones take over. Like, I don't think he's got the wits to kill the director without self-destructing. And that's where I'll leave that.
You see, I look at this as, believe it or not, in complete honesty, I am being as unbiased as possible. I handed over the leprechaun to this fucking thing, crying out loud. So, oh no, that was Ash. Never mind. Right.
Yeah, I was like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
Well, no, I did hand Victor Crowley over though.
You did.
I did.
Remember that time that I saved the leprechaun and then you sacrificed Jason Voorhees to be a dick?
It wasn't to be a dick. I've been very unbiased in this whole scenario. Hey, Kat was leaning Creeper against Tiff. I easily could have just jumped on that for selfish reasons, and I didn't. Now, the way I look at it, Kat does have a point. You know, the ultimate goal of the director probably will be accomplished with whatever the stupid shit of the undead taking over, whatever the hell crap. I don't know. But I think she would die first. And I just, in my head, the more I think about it, like, going through the whole process of the cabin thing and, you know, all that, like, I get it. Like, in my head, it's just perfect for Ash because I could see him, like, Scooby-Doo style, like, just falling backwards into something and ending up in the worst possible scenario with a killer unicorn staring him dead in the face, and he just has to run through it, and he does. So,
I think so we have talked about this before about whether or not it should be like running the gauntlet of all the creatures or going through the cabin. And I think Ash is the only one where I think he'd have, and I understand the irony of this because Cabin in the Woods was like largely based off of the Evil Dead, and I get it.
It's true.
But I do think Ash is like the only character, maybe on the entire bracket, where it would be, he'd have an easier time running the gauntlet than making it through the cabin. Like, don't think, if it's a trial thing, if it's a trial of wits, I don't think Ash wins against the director. If it's a full-blown gauntlet, she loses.
But Ash knows how to survive in a cabin.
I didn't even think of that. That is so fucking true. The whole schematic of this was based off of him. Holy shit, how the hell did this happen? This bracket's evil.
Well, I'm going Ash. That's where I'm at.
Here's what else, and I think I've said this every time Ash has come up. If Ash wins our slasher bracket, I am going to quit the show.
I see a couple of people I just can't put him past. You know, whether they move on, you know, I don't know, right. But I see a couple of people I can't put him past. On both sides of this, too, by the way. But I don't know, Kat. This one... Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if Ash is going to win the whole thing or not, but I think he wins this matchup.
I'm giving you an early warning. I'm not convinced that Ash wins the matchup, but I'm just giving you a warning, guys, because he's not a slasher. He shouldn't have been on the list.
Well, the director's not a slasher either, though.
But he's not an antagonist. He shouldn't have been on the list.
He's Ash, though.
But we could do a protagonist list. Now here's the thing. I want to put one antagonist on our protagonist list next year for people to be mad at me over.
That's fair.
That's why it'll be Jason Voorhees.
God.
I see, just looking at it right now, 4 people on this side.
Oh.
I can't put him past. Ash.
Okay. One final counterpoint. I was gonna let the director go, but I feel one final counterpoint for the director against Ash. Ash is not, and it goes back to that battle of wits scenario, right? Where it's like Ash won. Ash survived the original cabin in the woods, but barely. Like, he barely got by. He made a lot of dumb decisions. he's going to be in that situation again where there's like a Hunger Games style amount of people influencing him to make even worse decisions than take one. Like, Ash already made all those bad decisions on his own, and now there are going to be people like making it as unfair as possible. I don't know if he's smart enough to do it. I don't think he is.
Well, I think the other side to that would be kind of like our Laurie Strode conversation. You know, original Evil Dead Ash, you know, yeah, he was lucky to make it out of there. But if we're talking like Army of Darkness and even from the television series, I mean that's a refined, you know, he knows what the hell he's doing, and he's now on a mission to plow Ash. And if you take that Ash and put him back in that cabin and to redo, you know, granted the scenario the director would throw at him is much different, you know, but he would plow through that cabin. You know, if you take the last two Ashes that we've seen, he'd have an easy time going through that cabin.
I think the latest one that you can possibly take is Army of Darkness, Ash.
Well, what was wrong with the TV show?
Nothing was wrong with the TV show, but it's not a TV show bracket.
It's Ash.
If I'm not allowed to use
good.
books.
Yeah.
Well, let's not get crazy with books.
Even Army of Dark, like, he was confident. You know, he had that, like, I've always said that the Army of Darkness, I mean, I think is clear. That's when the character Ash was truly, you know, he became Ash. You know what I mean? I think I gotta go with him on this one, Kat.
This is a rough day for me, guys.
Well, if there was one to do it, I mean, he kills shit. And the thing is, too, if it's I truly think Ash is like a weird one where if it's a one-on-one thing, he's not as much in an advantage as he is with a fucking just army of death. You know, like, he just somehow plows through mobs, and it's just like it was like the perfect matchup for him. But in all honesty, I'd be mad if he won this whole thing. I would be outvoted severely in a couple of places.
I knew Ash was going to be a problem for me because it's like, it's one of those things where it's like having a few joke things in here that you know are going to get eliminated really early on is one thing, but there's no way that Ash is going to be an easy elimination.
Oh, no way. No, he's a contender. I mean, he's Ash.
And he shouldn't be.
He's Ash.
It's an antagonist bracket.
Why do you hate Ash, Kat?
I don't hate Ash.
No. Let's get to the heart of this.
Listen, if I'd had my way with the brackets, it would have been like one antagonist bracket, one protagonist bracket, and the contenders would have been Ash and Pinhead, and it would have been my favorite thing in the whole world. But he's not an antagonist. We've got like a bunch of bad guys on here with Ash.
I just feel like he crosses so many lines. Like, he's such a standout. Like, how do you have a bracket of killers and not have Ash? You know what I mean? This is the way I look at it. But speaking of worst possible problems, that's going to be coming up for me shortly. So,
did you put your objections to Ash on the spreadsheet, Kat?
I think she verbalized them.
I did. First, yeah, I highlighted them. Yeah. I put them on the spreadsheet.
Okay, and then what did I put next to it?
I don't remember. I couldn't read it. You didn't use the comment button. I don't know.
I don't understand spreadsheets. I'm not an accountant.
All right. Damn, that was a fucking... That's a battle. That was a fucking battle. But I think the luck for a controversial pick on this one is about to come to an end, because the next matchup is Samara versus Chucky. And I just want to remind everybody, we've seen Chucky beat Kyoko the Grudge in round 1, and her and Samara are very similar characters, and I just want to go out and say, as much as it fucking kills me.
No.
Oh.
I just want to, before you finish whatever you're about to say, Samara's way more powerful than Kyoko.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a fact.
Oh, yeah.
They have similar powers, but she's way more powerful.
Absolutely.
Like, 100%. Okay.
They're not the same person?
No.
They do have similar characteristics, I'll admit.
No, I mean, I don't know. I've seen both movies. I couldn't tell the difference between the two.
I kind of think... I think I have to go against Chucky.
Okay. I like this. I was expecting to be really mad about this one.
I don't see how Chucky wins.
Yeah. God damn.
See, that's the thing with Kyoko is because, like, it's ambiguous enough where it would be like, well, if he
could avoid
if he
it.
burns down the house, what is she going to do? But what's he... destroy all screens in the world in 7 days? Like, no way.
He was able to avoid Kyoko and kind of, use his I don't even want to call it street knowledge, like killer knowledge to find his way around a tough matchup. I don't know about this one.
Yeah, I hate to knock Chucky out, but I don't see a way he does it.
Yeah, my wheels are turning on it. I don't know. I don't know.
Damn stupid ring ghost.
Can I vote Chucky just because? Can you guys both? Can we at least get someone to vote for Chucky? Damn it!
Yeah, I mean, look,
Mercy
I think we can all agree that the most logical and fair person throughout this whole thing has been me.
Oh yeah.
And I will vote for Samara.
All right. Well, I'll vote for Chucky then, just out of respect.
So then it's up to
All right.
Kat.
Oh, well, Samara wins.
Okay, that's what I thought you were going to say, but
What if I was just like, Chucky wins?
yeah, that would have been weird, but I would have been okay with it too. So
I'd be forever grateful.
yeah,
That sucks, man.
I think she does.
yeah, I just don't see how Chucky does it, man. I don't get it.
No. Oh. Like, I don't want to move on because it's like we just knocked out Chucky. Damn. All right, Rob, I gotta talk to you for a minute personally.
Uh-oh.
All right,
No one else is listening right now. It's just me and you.
what's up, Taco Bell tracksuit buddy?
The past is the past, right?
Yeah. It's all prologue to here.
Right. So I'm gonna need you to be as fair as you could possibly be.
I always am. I'm always calm, rational,
Well,
level-headed. You'll be fine.
you weren't exactly fair last week.
I've always been fair.
And as much as I would love you to be biased, the Murder Madness tournament, it has to be legit.
For the Lord Humphrey Cup, and that's the only way I would have it awarded, man.
Okay. The next matchup, and I feel like this could be a fucking episode in itself, is Freddy Krueger versus Pinhead.
Pinhead doesn't sleep. Pinhead does not sleep. Let's talk about this.
Well,
Like,
and that's the only contention that Freddy Krueger could possibly fucking have. And I actually talked about this. Obviously Chris was bitching about the bracket earlier. He seen that Freddy Krueger was going to be matched up against Pinhead, and we had that discussion. We were like, "Well, do demons sleep?"
But if he doesn't sleep, how does he kill Freddy?
anyone, and okay, I love this one. Hurts. I don't like this
I
because this
don't
is just
either.
another loss for me all the way around. These are like
Yeah.
my two favorite franchises. I've lost so many people today. Here's the thing is that there's no way teenagers are able to constantly outsmart Freddy, pull him out of the dream world, and there's the demon crossover, there's the hell crossover.
But teenagers sleep. And that's how they get him out of the dream world. They go to sleep, they grab him, they pull him out of the dream world. If Pinhead doesn't sleep, how does he do it?
Well, how does Freddy get Pinhead in that scenario?
This is such a shitty fucking matchup.
And the thing about it
It's a
is that,
tie.
like,
It's a tie.
the thing about it too is that Pinhead, like, Freddy is in existence due to the power of, as we learned in Rob's favorite movie, Freddy's Dead. Freddy only has magical powers due to the dream demons. Like, I think Pinhead goes through hell. He's got like a better track record of being, because that's the thing is that Pinhead has like his own agency in hell, and Freddy doesn't have that. Freddy's there dependent on other demons, and I just don't see how Freddy gets any kind of upper hand in this fight.
I could see a long game for Freddy, kind of like Freddy vs. Jason, and several other, hell, most of the movies, where, you know, he goes around, does his thing, builds his power, fear of others. Okay, you know, he levels up with other people that are not Pinhead. Do demons sleep? You know, like, I don't understand. Freddy would need, I feel like Freddy would need too much.
Here's the other thing too, is that Freddy is way more susceptible to, like, I think if there were any slasher other than maybe Ash, if we're counting Ash in this, I think maybe out of like all the people in the bracket, one of the most easily influenced, my like top candidate of who could Pinhead lure into hell, it would be Freddy. Because if someone tells Freddy, like, hey, here's this box where you either get like great orgasms or get to meet a demon or get tortured for eternity, Freddy would be like, I'm interested in that. Like, I think he would do it. I think he would just like go voluntarily, figure out the configuration if he could, and that might be that. Like,
Hell, I'd take a spin on that box.
All right, looking at this as unbiased as possible, because this fucking sucks. If we're looking, because I've been on record of saying Freddy's a demon. Is my what if someone asked me what is Freddy Krueger, I would say. So I can't see a realm of where Pinhead, like, we don't know if he sleeps. We don't know really what exactly Pinhead is, you know? So, like, I don't see where Freddy can get to Pinhead, but I if Freddy is a demon, which, I mean, I think is, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, I would imagine he's a demon of some sort. There would be some type of navigation through hell where Pinhead could get to Freddy. Does that make any sense?
yeah, that's kind of my case,
Right.
is that like Pinhead has the ability to navigate hell.
Right.
Freddy, from my understanding, again, based off of Freddy's Dead, which I don't like using in an argument. I don't really like thinking about Freddy's Dead more than I have to. But
I'm not real
Freddy-
happy about you continually saying the title.
In the 6th Nightmare on Elm Street installation, Freddy isn't really like, he's not a demon, he's just kind of puppeted by them. Like, they found the most evil soul that they could find to kind of encourage to do more harm on Earth, and that just...
But he's demonic in some way, is what
like, he's demonic, but
Right.
he doesn't have like the power to just navigate on his own, from what I've understood.
I mean, either way, I'm saying there's a route in hell to him, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the bad part for Freddy. Rob, what are you thinking on this one?
I'm thinking that Pinhead wins, but I really want to vote for Freddy because I don't want to vote for Pinhead. So I'm waiting for you both to say Pinhead so I can say Freddy.
It hurts. I'll say it. Pinhead wins.
Well, what I'm trying to do, Rob, is buy some time to think of something. And, you know, it's fucked up because, like, Freddy is so... I just watched fucking Dream Warriors, and incredible fucking movie. And the shit that I seen Freddy do.
It's got that song from Dokken.
What?
It's got that song from Dokken. That's the best thing about that movie.
Whoa. Are you really talking shit about Dream Warriors right now?
It's fine. It's the third best in the franchise.
Behind what?
I want to talk about Nightmare on Elm Street someday soon.
Well, we're about to talk about it right now. Behind what, Rob?
Well, New Nightmare is number one.
Oh.
I want to talk... that's the one I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about New Nightmare.
Number
'cause I did
two
finally rewatch it. And,
is the original, and then the Dream Warriors.
Kat, you didn't
That's
like...
the correct order. That is certified, stamped, delivered, signed. Everybody knows that, Mikey. Come on.
Kat, did you not like Dream Warriors? I'm sorry, not Dream Warriors. New Nightmare?
No, it's not about that, because I will say, you guys both had a theory that I was going to like it way better on the rewatch. A lot of things have been getting me on the rewatch lately, and I will say I really, really like the story, like, way better than I remember for New Nightmare. Freddy looks dumb.
Oh.
He's a dumb-looking Freddy, and it made me laugh, and I like, it was my biggest problem with the movie. It was why I remember not liking the movie as a kid, and like, I have so much appreciation for the story, but I still just remember being a kid and laughing at Freddy for the first time in my life. And it's like nothing is going to make that memory go away.
It's the scariest Freddy's ever been.
He's a goth. He's an emo teen Freddy. He's got like the big platform boots and a trench coat, and like I don't get it, guys. He's not a scary Freddy.
Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, that's an art.
The story is so good, like, but I don't know.
The thing that holds Dream Warriors back is that's where Freddy starts to become jokey Freddy, and so that's where he starts to descend into the Freddy that I hate, which is like the cartoon character Goofy Freddy.
Well, thanks for making this harder on me, guys. I appreciate it.
Sorry.
We're going to throw down about this another day. But like I was saying, you can see Freddy do some of the craziest things we've seen on screen, but he's so limited, and it sucks.
And you just watched Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
Like.
And it's like, I'm thinking like, well, Freddy can do this, and Freddy can do that. And it's like, well, what has to happen in order for Freddy to do these things? And
Freddy can do a lot of things, but Freddy can also be taken out by a bunch of teenagers.
This fucking sucks. All right, well, Pinhead moves on. Fucking Freddy Krueger.
And this one hurt. Like, this one sucks. I knew we were gonna get here eventually, but it just... Because I had to fight very passionately for Pinhead, and then the best case scenario for me, I still lose Freddy Krueger. I don't like it.
Well, don't point the finger at me. Sucks. I voted for Freddy.
Oh.
I'll take the blame for this one. I stand by it, but it sucks. I don't like that I had to vote Freddy off.
I'll put the blame on you too, Kat.
Well.
Freddy, by the way, who would have been Ash's worst fucking matchup possible in this whole thing, I just want to point out. But anyway, damn, man.
No, I think there are some people coming up that can get to Ash.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, Ash is literally human. I mean, Freddy would have his way with Ash. Although Ash might just like, who the hell knows, grab Freddy's sweater and fall out of bed somehow, and then boom, Freddy's in the real world. Who fucking Ash? Who knows?
Robert Englund, if you would like to come on the show, I really like your coffee. Freddy is Nightmare on Elm Street is the first horror franchise that I watched in its entirety. This one hurts.
Yeah, that fucking blows.
Let's all just pretend it's the Jackie Earl Haley Freddy Krueger that just got knocked out.
Ooh,
that makes me feel better.
Good job, Rob. Yeah. Well, that discussion should have been a lot shorter than if.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been much of a.
That's a good point. All right, here's another tough matchup, guys, and I don't like how close it could get. It's the Collector versus Michael Myers.
Boy, I don't like this.
Oh boy, it just got even closer in my head just now.
The thing
I'm on
is,
the fence about this one. I would like to make some cases.
I am too. The thing is, if Michael gets his hands on the Collector, it's over.
Ooh.
But he's got to get to him.
Mm-hmm.
And the Collector sets those traps, and I could see Michael just walking right into one.
Plus, I don't like that I'm about to defend against Michael Myers also. But the other thing about it is that where a lot of people go wrong with Michael Myers is that a lot of people get him and then look away. And the Collector's not going to flinch.
No.
Like, he's not blinking. He's not going to look away for a second. If he gets Michael in a trap, he's not going to give Michael a chance to, like, back out or hide or run away or, like, sneak around a corner, get into some shadows. Like, if he gets Michael, he's watching until Michael is dead.
Yeah. But damn it, it's Michael.
But here's another point, guys. We talked about it with Sweeney Todd last week.
Yeah.
Michael Myers, if there's a breath in his body, and maybe even a little bit after that, he's going to try. And if he does get caught in a trap, there's a couple of different ways to go. He's played dead before. If the Collector gets close, see, that's the thing. Like Rob hit it on the head. I don't even think it's if he gets his hands on him. If he gets in a reach radius of Michael Myers, he's in jeopardy. Like Michael Myers, to me, would have to be completely incapacitated. And I don't know how you trap him like that. Maybe there's a way, but...
Nightclub razor wires, acid floor, weird, creepy basement thing.
That nightclub scene was cool as hell.
That was like, I really liked that.
Yeah, that was really cool.
But would Myers walk into all that?
I mean, Michael's not going clubbing.
He's only going to walk into one, though, is the thing.
Yeah.
And some of them are nightclubs, but some of them are just like people's houses.
Yeah, because Michael doesn't own a tracksuit, so he's not going out to the club.
Oh my God.
He's just going to show up in a pair of coveralls, and they're not going to let him in.
I see a world where he gets caught in a trap, and the collector comes over to finish it, and Myers just gets a stab to the neck or the heart. I see that as a possibility.
See, I don't think the collector would come over. I'm not. I want to see it. I want to be there. I want to be on that page with you, but I'm not quite there. I don't.
Have we seen a kill? Because I only seen the first collector movie. I didn't see the second one. I haven't seen it in so damn long. From what I remember, I could be wrong. When he got somebody in the trap, like he went over there and did his thing, didn't he?
He like
Not
put people in a.
really.
Didn't he like put people in a box?
I will say that is the one thing. I guess that would be Michael's best case. If Michael was someone that he wanted to like take back, because there was the collector and then there was the collection, and like if he wanted to take someone back to his warehouse, that's the only thing. If he wanted to take Michael to a warehouse to get him, but there were a lot of those deaths he was just happy to observe from a safe distance. You know?
Yeah.
I don't think.
But I would think if you got Michael in a trap, you'd want to take him back for your collection, right? Because he's Michael.
He's not a pretty lady though. Like a lot of the people in the warehouse were women.
And I don't think he's taking that chance with Myers. He's a smart guy.
I don't know. William Shatner had some nice hair on him.
I'm gonna fuck you guys real good right now because
Oh no.
I'm gonna go with Myers.
I don't like where this is going.
And
oh.
And it's real. It's paper thin close, but I don't know, man. Like Myers is fucking relentless, dude. We've seen him set on fire, electrocuted, zipped up in a body bag. Yes, I'm talking about Resurrection, Rob. And he's laying on an autopsy table, and his eyes still.
All right, I'm gonna put this on Rob. I'm gonna vote the collector. It's the way that I'm seeing it go down, and I want to be fair. I also don't want to be the person that like potentially has to vote out Michael Myers. Though I've had enough heartbreak today.
You sons of bitches.
I'm sorry. That's the way I'm seeing it, though. I'm seeing it as the collector winning.
All right. I love Michael Myers.
Uh-oh.
Halloween is one of my top 3 movies of all time. Not just horror movies, but all movies. I love Halloween. The collector wins.
Wait, I'm not going to close the gate on this yet. Is Rob Zombie's Michael Myers in play here? Because that might open up a whole new fucking conversation.
That's just going to make Rob angry.
Hey. Drastic times call for drastic fucking measures here.
What's that Michael Myers going to do that the other isn't? I mean, the only thing that might... The only thing that Michael brings to the table that the other one doesn't is that he is probably the most brutal Michael we've ever seen, or in those 2 movies.
He also, I haven't seen, at least, I don't remember the second one really well, the second Rob Zombie Halloween.
It's better than the first.
But I will say, at least based off of what I remember, he's a lot more brutal, but I also remember thinking of him as like a little bit less supernatural. He seemed more human to me. I think he might actually be the weaker case.
Yeah, he's very human.
I was just throwing shit at the wall with this one. In all honesty, that one would probably be more prone to running because he was. My thought process was he was a lot faster of a, like, not that he was sprinting or anything, but Michael Myers, as we know him and love him, is the shape. He's slow and calculated.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably just gonna burst into a door and into a trap faster than Rob Zombie would. Yeah,
I mean, I hate to do it. Michael Myers is my second favorite character in all of horror behind Jason, but I don't see how he doesn't get caught in one of those traps. I just don't see a way for it to.
And you're right. He's slow. He's methodical. It's very haunting, but the Collector works at like lightning speed. You know, he could set up like 12 traps, and just percentage wise.
Yeah, if I could work out a way in my head where Michael got his hands on him, then I would, without a doubt, vote for Michael. But I just don't see it.
He might avoid one trap, maybe two, but like the Collector's like a John Kramer, but less torture and more
meth.
like just straight to the point, brutal, you know. And what the fuck did we do? Can we just cancel this and talk about Rubber at this point? I'm willing.
I'm in. So Rubber is really a work of art. You see, it's.
I've had a bad enough day.
I changed my mind already.
But first, we have to stop and watch it.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
No! What have you done?
Oh, this fucking sucks. All right, well, round 3 is done. At what cost, though?
Round 3 was the worst round.
I was skating through round 3 without a problem, and then you guys put Michael on me.
You notice why I handled the other side first.
Damn it. Here's what I need. I need an intermission, because I think we can all agree that I need another drink.
Yeah.
I could use another drink.
Yeah.
I gotta get cigarettes, because I done blew through a few. I'm not gonna lie.
There was no log in my undies.
That's a huge bitch.
All right.
This sucks.
This sucks. Round 3 hurt. Round 3 physically and emotionally hurt me.
We never all of us needed a break in the middle of a fucking show.
I should have gotten, like, coloring utensils for my...
Scribble.
Aggressively coloring in my book.
You know, Chris actually asked me earlier, he goes, was that randomizer really, did you guys really use a random? I say, yeah. Believe it or not, yeah. Like, these matchups fucking suck.
I made a strong one.
Oh.
Ooh.
Rob's ready.
All right.
Let's do it.
Here we go, guys. We're going to start on the left side for anyone following along. Speaking of tough matchups for Ash versus Samara.
Jesus Christ.
And I don't know how the fuck he does it.
That's the thing, is I will say, out of any of the humans to go against Samara, I think Ash has the best chance, because I don't think he would have any qualms about killing a small dead child. But no. I don't think he could. I don't think he has like the physical capacity to do it.
Yeah, I mean, the things that work for Ash, you know, the chainsaw and all that, it's not going to work on Samara. God, I hate this stupid ring ghost.
I know. There's no... I don't know how she gets taken down.
I don't know. I don't know how she gets taken down in the future. I don't think she gets taken down here, though. Which sucks, because I love Ash.
Me too.
I don't think she does.
Damn, man.
But I don't think he's going to be smart enough to figure out to make copies of the tape. No. And yada, all that bullshit.
No. Damn, man. Ash had such a magical run.
I can't believe that Ash does all of these things, that Ash has gotten through so many rounds, and the thing that's going to take him out is going to be listening. Like, he's just not going to listen.
Yeah. I know. But to be fair, I don't know how the hell Samara would have made it through the cabin anyway. What would have killed her?
Hold on. No, here's the thing, though, is that I would have voted for... It's so weird. The director has been so weird, because I did not think she was going to make it for round 1. I didn't think I was going to vote her through any of the rounds when I pitched her. But I think she could have gotten Samara. The one failure in the year that the cabin fails is the small ghost child, because they figure out how to get her to move the fuck on. Like, they exorcised the crap out of that ghost. And I think if a bunch of kids can do it, I think the director probably could. I think if anyone could take Samara out, it would be the director. I think she either gets exorcised, or I think she gets put in one of those little boxes to go up against the next Ash.
I don't know. It's such a weird... Like, see, that I don't know. Because, like you said, Samara is, I don't know how the hell she's getting taken out in this thing.
I don't know either, but and I hate that too because I don't like that character at all.
I don't either.
There's nothing to the character.
Just hair. It's like glorified Cousin It.
Yeah. Hair crawling out of the TV, all weird.
Getting the floor wet.
Yeah. How's she not electrocute herself?
We should have put the Swiffer in here. It might have been,
yeah, but it's Samara.
There's not much to talk about here. Like Ash, he'd be powerless.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing he can do. At least nothing I can think of that he could do.
All right. And Ash is gone. What a fucking shame.
Yeah, I mean, everything we've ever seen Ash go through has had like a real physical form, and Samara's a ghost.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So moving on from Ash.
Bruce Campbell, we're really sorry.
Yeah, right. This is dictating the semifinals, guys. So Samara just made it to the semis.
The whole thing?
The semifinals, not the finals. The
semifinals.
So she's in the final four.
Yes.
Oh my God, how dumb is this thing?
I know.
Dumb enough that we started with the same argument about Rubber and Candyman.
I know. Yeah.
We wouldn't have to have that argument if you guys had used your damn heads and made the right call.
Anyway. The next matchup is Pinhead versus the Collector.
This seems like the easiest one to me.
Yeah, I haven't said anything, but I feel like this is pretty obvious.
I mean, we've had Pinhead mold through all these other people. The Collector's just a human.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
But I'm just thinking, because he is. You're right, he is.
What's he gonna do? Snare Pinhead in a trap?
Well,
he gonna get Pinhead to go out to the club?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to think of a way, and unlike Michael Myers, who, he's gonna just look and investigate and just look around real quick, and that's as far as he's going at his investigating things. But I feel like Pinhead is gonna be a little more in depth than that.
Pinhead would be fun at the club, though.
How?
I would even have a good time out there.
We seen him at a bar in Hellraiser 2. He was killing people with CDs.
He's always dressed all cool and shit. Hellraiser 2, that movie sucks.
Yeah, I mean, who all did Pinhead beat? Where is he?
Well, he beat Jason. I can tell you that.
Yeah, he did beat Jason.
Beat Freddy.
But see, that's why I'm thinking of this one a little, because Jason's going to walk forward towards him. And Freddy is just, there was just no avenue for Freddy Krueger. Carrie's Carrie. She didn't have enough for him. Like, the Collector's going to, he sizes things up. But I just don't see a way that, I don't see it. I can't form it in my head of him catching Pinhead. And even if he did,
Pinhead would just like it.
Well, you got that, but even if he did, the chains can come out, and who's to say that the Collector doesn't die before Pinhead? Even if just say, argument's sake, he got him in a trap and it was devastating, whatever. Who's to say the Collector doesn't die first? Even if all that happens.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Pinhead it is. Advancing to the final four of the Lord Humphrey Cup.
I hate it so much. Okay, moving on to the right side. We're going to determine the semifinals for this side of the bracket, and it is the Creeper versus Rose the Hat.
Oh, what the hell?
I hate that Rose the Hat moved on so far, and I have no idea what the fuck she is.
I hate that Rose the Hat has moved so far. I hate that I kind of want to vote for her again. I think you guys, maybe it's just been too long since I've seen Jeepers Creepers. I feel like you guys are putting a lot of stock into the Creeper.
Well, no, I want to hear about this one, because that was against a human.
They both smell fear.
Okay.
So I think they'd be able to stalk one another.
Well, I don't think either one of them will be afraid of each other.
But yeah, I don't think either one of them could, assuming that they both I guess that is a good point.
That might cancel out.
Yeah, because it would take something else to freak them both out. And then I don't...
What was that jar shit you guys were talking about earlier?
Have you seen Monsters, Inc.?
No.
Stop that.
It's the same thing.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, they're weirdly similar, like Rose the Hat and the Creeper, because I think the hardest thing is I don't think anything that either one of them could do to the other is fatal, and they can both regenerate. I think Rose the Hat is smarter. I think the Creeper's a little bit more violent inherently. I think she could probably outsmart him. I'm inclined to go to her just because I don't think either one of them is going to get it on the first try, and I feel like Rose might learn a little bit better. But I don't feel like, and I think he's a little bit more like, whatever Rose has to do to take him out, I think she'd do it, and I don't think he's going to be like, oh, well, if I can't kill this thing in front of me, I'll lock it in a box, because that's the secret, is to defeat it with psychic power. Like, I think he would just keep going at her until one of them died, and I think she might adjust her strategy. It's where I'm at right now. I'm not in love with it, but it's kind of how I'm seeing things roll out.
I really want to vote for Rose the Hat.
Okay.
But I'm having problems. She tends to go after people with The Shining. So she's going to ignore the Creeper at first. He's not even going to be on her radar, right?
But did you see how mad she got when, like, the kid hurt her hand? Like, if the Creeper comes at her once, and I will say, I do think there's, like, he would get the first blow, probably, unless you gave them both warning and were like, kill the other one. I think the Creeper gets the first strike, because I don't think she'd notice him. But I think if he doesn't kill her, like, she's gonna get mad. She's gonna get really mad.
And you don't want somebody mad in a hat.
No.
The Mad Hatter. Yeah, Rose the Mad Hatter.
This one's up to you guys. I'm out of this one, essentially.
Yeah, I'm having a really hard time with this one. So I can't make a great case for either one of them. You think it's Rose the Hat, Kat?
I do. I really think... I think it's one of those things. I think if he kills her in the first strike, that would be his only chance, because I think her strategy is just going to evolve faster than his.
I'll go along with that. It's Rose the Hat. Yeah. I can't think of I can't make a good argument for either side.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
She's in the semifinals, and I have no idea who the fuck she is.
Well, if you saw some movies every once in a while.
I don't want to see Dr. Sleep.
Sitting around playing fucking video games all the time. Rotting your brain with that garbage.
You watch a movie about killer pants and tires. Rotting brain.
Those movies are art.
God.
Have you seen Slacks?
No.
Kat? I know you haven't. Yeah, it's great, right?
It's really good.
Yeah.
I was kind of annoyed at how much I liked Slacks.
It's so awesome.
I'm very annoyed about how much you both like the Killer Pants movie.
The thing is that I put it on because I was in a mood to watch something just like really dumb and kind of laugh at, you know? I thought it was going to be like more of a B movie situation, and then I was watching it and it's like, oh no. I'm going to unironically like this movie about the Killer Pants now, I guess.
Yeah, it's a really funny and fun movie. I really enjoyed it.
See, I would watch Slacks way before Dr. Sleep. Way before Dr. Sleep. All right, the last matchup we're going to be doing today is Candyman versus the Djinn.
Oh, I don't like what I'm about to say.
Does Candyman have a fear?
He doesn't have a fear, but he has desires.
Okay.
And that's dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't like that train of thought at all.
I don't
make
either.
a case for Candyman. Oh no.
Hmm.
Here's a case.
Okay, go ahead. Because I'm trying to remember in the Wishmaster movies how they defeated the Jinn.
Yeah.
And I'm having trouble doing it for some reason. I've seen all the damn movies, but I can't remember how they defeated it.
Oh god, I don't either.
Yeah. I mean, they do. I know that.
Now I'm trying to remember.
Wasn't it like an angel sword or some shit?
I thought it was with like a,
They outsmarted him.
Yeah. Like someone sacrificed themselves.
Yeah,
I thought it was like a selfless act.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah, they figured out a way to outsmart him every time. I think Candyman could do that.
I also think Candyman might not get roped in. Because, like, you do have to wish. And while I'm not going to say, because I do think Candyman has desires. I think that's what ultimately turns him into the Candyman.
Yeah.
But there is also something to say with, like, Candyman in his current form. I don't think he's going to be, like, going around making wishes out loud to be manipulated.
Yeah, that's a good point, too.
He kind of just plays his own game and he's not worried about anything else, Candyman.
I'm going with Candyman based on that. I think he's smart enough to not get lured in, and I think he's also smart enough to figure out a way to outsmart the Jinn.
I think it would eventually come down to them just trying their bullshit on each other, and they would just have to fucking throw down, man. I think it boils down to something that simple, to a death fight. And I think Candyman does it. Because the Jinn, does he have any, I know he has a ton of shit he can do, but like, is there anything really outside of like all these casting of shit and all, like, I don't know if he has any real true ability that Candyman doesn't have.
I mean, the Jinn's basically a genie.
Yeah. God, where are you on this?
I think maybe I was worried at first. I was worried when this started, but I think maybe Candyman wins, and I feel like it's hard because I am really biased. There's something in me that just really wants to vote for Candyman, but I think maybe he wins, and I don't think that's just me being biased.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember the Wishmaster movies that well. I've seen 3 of them, I think, and I wasn't a huge fan of them. They have fucking Kane Hodder in them, so, you know.
Awesome.
No!
Anyway, yeah, I'm going Candyman. Just off of bait.
Yeah.
If it really boiled down to them going hand to hand and just having a death match, even if it went down to just that, I think Candyman's got that too.
All right, Candyman it is.
All right.
Fuck me.
So what are our final 4 matchups? Because they seem ridiculous to me.
They are ridiculous.
They are a little bit ridiculous. I don't like this.
I mean, I know Pinhead and Candyman made it, and those 2 were fine.
Rose the Hat and Samara made it.
Yeah, that seems just absurd. This is the most ridiculous exercise that anyone has ever partaken.
I'll tell you what, this was, and you know what? I've seen people talking shit on Twitter, and, you know, most of the one, like, you know, you have your personal opinions, I get it. But most of the real stuff that I seen that I had a problem with was people who did not listen to the show and did not listen to how things were set up and the rules that we laid down. And honestly, most importantly, the thought we put into these. And dude, this was like the ultimate form of unbiased. I would rather put my nuts in a blender than have Samara in the final 4 of a Flasher matchup. But here we are.
It starts with the randomizer,
right,
that we did instead of, because had we seeded this out and taken all that time and aggravation to do that, this would have probably turned out a lot different.
Yeah.
But you know, whatever. This is the way we decided to do it. Everybody just calm down, eat some fruit.
A good thing about this is that you see a lot of, at least I've seen a lot of versus articles and videos and stuff where it like where you take all of those big slashers and pit them up, you know, like one-on-one against one another. I think we would have all gotten down to like the 4 people, you know, we would have had Michael, Jason, Freddy, and Pinhead in the final 4.
Well, Michael, Jason,
something close.
Michael, Jason, Freddy, and Robert.
Oh God. Cat's right.
Probably not that one. And I will say, I do think that the randomizer, it has been aggravating. It has hurt me a lot today, but it's made a really interesting 4 because none of us would have chosen these 4 specifically.
No fucking way. No.
This is a human brain would not have come up with these as the final 4 to pit against each other, and it makes it interesting.
No, as a matter of fact, I can tell you right now, the only one of the 4 that I would have picked would have been Candyman.
Oh, come on.
you know, it's Cat's 100% right, because the dude I was talking about on Twitter earlier, he was saying, oh, he was mad about Jason not moving on and Leatherface too, maybe. I don't remember. He's like, oh, the big 3 have to go to the end. And like, well, then we seed it out and we talk about Jason killing fucking Jeremy Melton for 5 minutes. I don't want to talk about that. You know, like this forced us to have difficult conversation.
I don't know. Jeremy Melton might have been able to put up a fight.
Against who? Jason? Could you imagine that? I want to see it. I don't want to talk about it.
Now, and that's the thing. This would have come out completely differently had we done it that way. But I also do think you're right. It would have been more boring.
Yeah.
The first 2 rounds of this would have been complete horseshit boring.
Yeah, it would have been awful.
And then the last 2 rounds would have been the same conversation people have every fucking day.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be talking about Rose the Hat versus Candyman ever in my entire fucking life.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who she was until we started this.
Yeah. So if you don't like it, shut up.
Yeah, seriously.
That's the message from Slasher Radio.
I feel like next week's episode's going to be really short, right?
I have some thoughts about that, but we can talk off show about that.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, all right. You fuckers don't get to listen to that.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for this one, guys. Holy shit. This one sucked. We needed a halftime for this.
Yeah. I had to refill my drink.
Damn.
Good Lord.
Oh, all right. Go check us out. Follow us on Slasher Radio at Slasher Radio on Twitter so you can yell at us along with everybody else and make our lives more difficult. Follow me at Mikey's Dead. Go to slasherradio.com. Check out all our articles, episodes, interviews, all that shit. Rob's freaking sock collection.
Uh-huh.
You can also check us out on Twitch. I do some gaming on there. That's twitch.tv/Slasher Radio. I've been slacking a little bit, but I promise. I actually, the other night, guys, got kind of bored, and I was doing some Photoshop work along with the video work for the videos that are going up on YouTube, and I streamed that.
I saw that. I wanted to hop on that stream, but it was during my work intermission.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I had a couple people in there. I mean, it wasn't too active. It was Photoshop and fucking Camtasia, but you know, there was a couple people in there. But it's I don't know. I find as much as I hate doing it, there is a lot of interesting aspects of it. So you never know what I'll be doing on there.
I do. I wish I had seen that so I could get on there and correct you, tell you what you were doing wrong.
Oh yeah, your superior's Photoshop skills. I must bow.
Yeah.
And make sure you check out the videos to these things because, God damn it, if I'm wasting my time, I will kill every one of you. YouTube.com/Slasher Radio, and that's it for me. So, Rob, where you at?
I'm on Twitter at RadioRob123. You can listen to my other show, This Horror Life, wherever you are listening to Slasher Radio.
You can find me on Twitter at CatValour, VOLEUR, and don't forget to check out Blood Binge over on YouTube. I write for them. We do cool morality videos for slasher movies.
That's right. You can find Cat coloring too.
Yeah.
Dude, you should make videos of that. We'll put it on YouTube.
Okay, done.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
All right, guys, come check us out next week. Apparently, Rob has something up his sleeve, and we will be crowning the winner of the Murder Mad, the Slasher Radio
Lord Humphrey Cup.
God damn it. Good night from Slasher Radio. Why is it every time?
All the best with Slasher Radio podcast.